So it turns out that next year's new principal is a gentleman named Mr. Kevin Monaco. And I'll tell you a little bit about him, and I'm looking very much forward to introducing him to the staff and students here at the school, people that don't know him. So Mr. Kevin Monaco, he's actually a graduate of our system, and he's a very experienced principal. He's a vice principal and who will be a principal for the first time next year. He's worked at St. Mary, he's worked at St. Thomas More. He was one of my vice principals at my first principal placement at St. Jean de Brebeuf, and frankly, we've been friends ever since. I'm a big fan of Mr. Monaco. We're friends outside of school. He's a good, honest, hardworking Catholic gentleman. He's got a great family. I know I spoke to him on the phone last night. He's super excited, and why wouldn't he be, to be the principal of Cathedral. So I'm going to be very happy to turn things over to Mr. Monaco, and I'm really looking forward to working with him over the next few weeks as we get things in order. And actually, his current position, he's a vice principal at St. Charles. So again, I know he's very excited. You'll see me walking around with him, I'm sure, in the next few weeks, and introduce yourself to him. And again, he's very, very excited, and I'm very happy that we're turning over the school direction to Mr. Monaco, and things will be good. Now, there's another change in the vice principal's office for next year. Ms. Galliani is going to be taking on a different job next year, so she's not here today, but we thank Ms. Galliani for her service this year. And they announced that in place of Ms. Galliani will be coming Mr. Paul Taylor. Now, Ms. McCabe will be remaining at Cathedral, and Mr. Valeri will be remaining at Cathedral, so the new vice principal will be Mr. Paul Taylor. Now, Mr. Paul Taylor, if you were here 3 years ago, you know Mr. Taylor. He's a graduate of Cathedral. I actually coached him in basketball here at Cathedral when I was coaching the senior team. He was on a team with Mr. Harvey, our current teacher. They were teammates and champions, I might say. But anyway, so Mr. Taylor has graduated from Cathedral. He taught here for many years and coached both boys and girls basketball. And you might have heard me thanking him with all the success we've had in girls basketball these last couple of years, because him and Mr. Luca Fortino were the ones who kind of got everything going for girls basketball a number of years back. He's been the mathematics head at Bishop Tonus the last 2 years, and he's coming back, and I think he's going to be just a great, great vice principal for us here at Cathedral. And I know, again, I talked to him on the phone last night. I know he's super excited. He was here 3 years ago. He's been the head of math at BT for 2 years, and now he's coming back. So next year, it will be Mr. Kevin Monaco as principal, Ms. McCabe, Mr. Valeri, and Mr. Taylor as VP. And that's the big news for Wednesday. So with that, make sure you keep working hard, everybody. And I think I'm turning it back over to the anchors.
Thanks, sir. Students interested in attending a U.S. college in the future, listen up. Education USA will be holding a college fair on Saturday, May 13th at the Ontario Science Centre in Toronto. See the poster outside guidance for more info.
McMaster University will be here for 3 presentations on 3 different Mondays in May during Period 3. If you're interested in attending these sessions, please see Mr. Suzy in room 206 for specifics and to sign up.
Attention, all New York City travelers. There will be a brief but important meeting today before our departure tomorrow morning. All must attend. Thanks from Mr. Walker.
Orders for International Women's Day t-shirts are now in. If you placed an order, please pick up your t-shirt today in room 306 during periods 2, 3, or 4 from Miss Lutzi, Madame Silvestri, or Mr. U. Thanks from the International Women's Month Committee.
Stop and look at this picture of students participating in the advocacy trip to MP Matthew Green's office. Are you in this photo? If you are, or otherwise involved in leading the workshop on May 16th to train other students how to advocate to their MPs later this month, please meet in Ms. O'Keefe's office in period 5 today.
All students writing the Sir Isaac Newton contest tomorrow are asked to attend a brief but important meeting with Mr. LaRocque today after school in room 337.
Members of the track and field team, there is an important meeting after school today in room 221 to discuss details of the Mark Graham meet tomorrow at Mohawk Sports Park. A short practice will follow the meeting if weather permits. Thanks from the coaches.
The next practice for the girls softball team is tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Gage Park. Thanks from Mr. Parker.
Attention, all female athletes interested in playing touch football for CHS. There will be a tryout held Thursday and Friday morning at 7:15 a.m. on the school field. please sign up on the sign-up sheet outside of room 328. Please make sure to arrive on time and come prepared with appropriate athletic attire, including cleats or sneakers and comfortable clothing. Don't forget to bring a water bottle to stay hydrated during the tryout. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to Mr. Tassone, Mr. K. Daly, or Mrs. Daly for more information. We look forward to seeing you at the tryout and wish you the best of luck.
Attention all students who signed up for the Cathedral tennis team. The first practice will take place today at Rosedale Tennis Club in Gage Park from 3 to 5 p.m. If you cannot make this practice, please see Ms. Limparski in the phys ed office.
And lastly, good luck to the junior girls soccer team for their game tonight at 4:20 on our field against Bishop Ryan. Players are to be fully dressed and on the field no later than 4 p.m. to start warm-ups. Thanks from Coach Rastelli and Marinik. And now I'll pass it over to Ms. McCabe.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. These announcements were really long today, and it almost feels like afternoon. But you know what? It's a great day to be a Gale. Thanks so much for Mr. John for being in for me the next 3 weeks. I'm just having some minor surgery done, and I'm so grateful to have a good friend taking care of all of our students. So thank you for that. I just also wanted to remind you that this coming Friday is the commemoration for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. It's a National Day of Awareness, and it is a red shirt day. So on Friday, if you have a red shirt, please wear it with your uniform bottoms, and that's really saying that we understand and see that there are many more missing and murdered Indigenous women than any other women in Canada, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to call upon our leaders to advocate and support these initiatives. So please do wear your red shirt on that day. Also, we got Catholic Education Week. We are many, we are one. What a great theme. We had an incredible pilgrimage walk this past week. But it's also Mental Health Awareness Week. And at the end, there's going to be a little video that will share a little bit about that. But before we do the video, I wanted to just say to each one of you, mental health is a journey. There are going to be times in your life where you're going to experience incredible highs and perhaps incredible lows. The most important thing to know is you're never alone, and there are always people out there. There's Kids Help Phone, there's Coast, there's a caring adult in this school, there are your parishes and your churches, there are your workplaces. There's always someone out there, and you're never alone with something like this. So please remember that if you need someone, reach out. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to start gathering resources. Start gathering things that work for you. Because as I said, you're going to have highs and lows in life. Everyone does. There'll be times that we really question who we are and what we bring to the world. This is a normal process of life. But the most important thing is, how do you ground yourself? How do you find your place? For some, it's rooted in faith. For others, it's rooted in friends. For some, it's rooted in family. Find your place. Find what resonates with you most.